How's it going, everyone? It's Sadai, or you can call me Sai, and I'm back with another tasting. Today we're going to be tasting Mitchers Small Bourbon Kentucky Straight. Small batch. So, I've already had a taste of this bad boy. It's very good. And this bottle cost me $40 over at Burlington Wine and Spirits. And it comes in at 91.4 proof or 45.7% alcohol. This bourbon is made by Mitchers at their, Kentucky? Yeah, their Kentucky distillery. They make a bunch of other bourbons, not any other brands, but they make, their own bourbons like a sour mash and a rye and some other ones that are aged much longer than this one, and those are pricey and basically unobtainable here in Mass. This bad boy I've seen around, not very often, but when I seen it, I had to get it. If you were wondering, this place in Burlington has a huge selection of bourbon, and this one caught my eye, so goes to show you. And it was $40, so can't pass on that. And on the channel, we've been doing a lot of kind of low proof, or I want to say 90 proof actually. And I think that's for a reason, because personally I just like things that are smooth. So if the smoother they are, the better they are for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming hopefully with age they get more smoother. So if I did find something that was 120 proof, 130 proof, and it had a 10-year age on it or a 15-year age on it, maybe it'd be as smooth as this 90 proof stuff that I'm usually getting. This bottle has no age statement on it. This bad boy, I had to look it up, and it's been aged for 4 to 6 years. And that's cool. Yeah. And has no mash bill, but since it's Kentucky straight bourbon, I'm assuming it's 51% corn and then whatever else they put in it. Yeah. As long as it's 51% corn, then it's a bourbon. So let's get tasting. Let's see if it's good, which I already know it's good, but let's give it some tasting notes. Let's give it some sniffs, Alcohol, of course. I want to say it smells like it's weird, but I had a faint hint of cherries, like not like maraschino cherries, but like the big bad boys with the huge seeds in them. Sweet like vanilla. A little oaky. That's basically all I get. On their website, they say things like it's rich caramel notes with sweet vanilla and stone fruit. I'm not really getting the stone fruit, but everyone's different. The person who probably put those tasting notes up has probably been tasting bourbon for decades, and they're just like, oh yeah, stone fruit, orange peel, all this other stuff. But like, for my amateur palate, like I said, vanilla, oaky, has a nice color to it. They say they aged in New American charred oak. I don't know what number. Apparently there are different numbers on the charred oak scale, like 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know, I don't know. And maybe it goes even more than 4. I don't know, or it doesn't even start at 1. But I know there are levels to it. It's very sweet and very smooth on the palate. It's just no burn, you know, which is very nice. That's how I like drinking my whiskey. I don't want to burn. I want something smooth, something tasty, something yummy. And this is that. But if I had to compare it to, like, let's say another $40 bottle, or at least a bottle I paid $40 for, that at this very moment I think I like more than this Mitchers, or Mitchers, or Mitchers, or, you know, I'm not good at it, is this Redwood Empire's Lost Monarch. This bad boy is almost gone, and, you know, this is a bourbon rye mixture, so it's not on the same playing field, I guess. They do make, I think it's called Pipe Dream, which is like a straight bourbon. But I do get the same, very similar notes. This one has a little bit more spice on it, a little bit more, because it is mixed with a burr rye. But it is a burr rye, so it's mixed with rye. But if I had to, like, pick up another bottle, you know, this Mitchers is good. Don't get me wrong. Like worth tasting, worth getting. But if I had to pick up another bottle and I only had these two to choose from, I'm definitely choosing the Redwood Empire bottle. But this video is not about the Redwood Empire bottle. This video is about Mitchers, which I think is an awesome bourbon, especially for 40 bucks. And again, you know, your prices may vary. Like here in Mass, like I said before in other videos, things are just ridiculously expensive. This bottle probably goes for $5, $6, $7, or even $10 cheaper, you know, somewhere else in the country. But here in Massachusetts, $40. They do make a bunch of other stuff too. I wouldn't mind tasting their rye, because I hear a lot of good things about their rye. I think I was watching a Bruzel video, and he, you know, couldn't stop gushing over the Mitchers rye. So I wouldn't mind getting that just to try, and maybe that'll be our first rye tasting on the channel. We haven't come around to it. I don't think I've necessarily found a rye that I like. You know, I've tasted a few ryes. I tasted, like, what is it, Wiggly Pig or something like that. Who knows? But I had like a tiny little tasting, like, nip, basically, like, you know, 50 mils in a gift package that I found near Christmas at a Total Wine, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Definitely I can taste the spice on it, but it wasn't bad. But enough of that. This Mitchers is a good get if you want to try it. You know, I do want to try some of their more aged and things that they've put a little bit more effort into. Now, I'm not saying they haven't put effort into this. I mean, they've been distilling since what, you know, 1753. Like, Jesus, like almost 300 years. Well, in like 25 years it'll be 300 years, but like you get what I'm saying. You know, this is, so it's not like they don't know what they're doing, and they do make a quality bourbon for the price, you know. And I think if you're, you know, in the market for, you know, a nice $40 bottle, I think this would be like a great gift for somebody, you know. And I think if you're trying bourbons like me, I think this brand Mitchers is a, you know, something to try. I think the next one I would like to try is some Ezra Brooks. You know, this one, I said, you know, maybe I'll try their sour mash, and if I can, find their more aged and products, their I don't know, fancier stuff, you know, I'll give that a try too. We gotta find it. And here in Massachusetts, you can't find anything. So that's the video. If you guys like and subscribe. Peace.